Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the house. Welcome to Chilltown Hoops, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Jermaine. The youngsters call me OG. My friends call me J Dub. Let's get to it. Who is in the house? I'm talking Bucks and Suns, Game 3. NBA Finals 2021. This is huge tonight. Can the Bucks make it a series? Henry, what's up, brother? Caesar Leo, what's up, brother? Let's see where we at. Let's get this thing started. Beast, what up, brother? D-Mac, what's up? Bucks don't win by 70. Jake, what's up, brother? Henry, what's up, man? Good to see you, too. If the Bucks don't win tonight, I'm not going to say that they get swept, but I think the series is over. That's where I'm at with it. I don't think that they get swept, but I do think the series is over if they don't win tonight. There we go. I do believe that. Scott Foster, the head official. Also, we're going to make this about officiating tonight, huh? So let the conspiracy theories start. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. I can dig it. That's the difference right there, Beast. I think that's the difference right there. Our backcourt, Milwaukee backcourt, got to play better. What's up, Joe? How you doing, brother? There's a real prime D Rose, a prime CP3. Prime CP3 because his prime was longer. That's why. Desiree, let's get one thing correct. Let's get one thing straight. Derrick Rose won the league MVP, averaged 25 and 7. Including that season, he was averaging 21 and 6. Derrick Rose is a what if. You can't compare Derrick Rose to CP3. It's not the same thing. Who is your finals MVP? If looks like it's Chris Paul, man. He's been doing everything that he's been doing, and he's their engine. He's the guy who makes them go. Griff, what's up, brother? Jay's World, yo, what's up, brother? Bucks have to win points in the paint to win because I just believe Suns' backcourt is better than Holiday and Middleton. Are they better or are they playing better, D-Mac? I think Scott Foster is a great official. I don't think he's a good official. I think he's a great official. There's a reason why he's been reffing almost 20 years in the playoffs. Team USA lost. That's a tough Nigerian team, man. What's up, Rico? That's a tough Nigerian team that they lost to. Is it Aquino that plays for the Heat? Plays for the Nigerian team? Yeah. I think Milwaukee makes it a series tonight. I do. No, I don't think Chris Paul leaves Milwaukee if they win it all. In fact, they can't let him walk out the door. Scottie Pippen or Kawhi Leonard. Scottie Pippen, I think, is a better overall player. Kawhi Leonard is a better scorer. I just think Scottie Pippen is a better overall player than Kawhi Leonard. Akua, that's him, yeah. And Akpala, yeah. They got pros on that team. John, what's up, brother? I'm glad you mentioned that, Michael Red. How do they, if they can't guard the high pick and roll? They actually can guard the high pick and roll. The problem we're having is there's no reason to switch the high pick and roll. And that's what they've been doing. And in game 2, what they did, they didn't adjust to it. They're chasing Chris Paul 26 feet away. There's no action at the top on that pick and roll. There's no action 26 feet away. And when you drop coverage, what you're doing is you're picking up Chris Paul quicker if you drop coverage. But they're dropping coverage with the 5-man, and that's not going to work. Yeah, I'm running good, my man. There has to be better communication between PJ Tucker and whoever he's covering, Drew Holiday. Him and Brook Lopez have to talk more. There has to be better communication between them. Because when they're running that high pick and roll, they're running that action to get the 5 onto Chris Paul. And that's an adjustment that the coaches have to make. The problem with Bobby, even though I think Bobby Portis needs to be on the floor, the problem with him being on the floor is when he plays, we got a log jam between him and Giannis. But that's where the floor needs to be spread. Because Bobby can play on the perimeter. I did say that, Rico. Yes, sir. No, him crossing half court is not him being a playmaker, LaMelo. Him crossing half court makes him a scoring threat. Mr. Penis, I think Shaq would have a really tough time in today's game defensively, guarding on the perimeter. I think he had a difficult time in the pick and roll when he was playing. But even today, with how much the pick and roll is ran with teams, especially running it that high and getting switches, I think Shaq would have a really tough time today. No, I didn't see that. To play random in the locker room? I think Trae Young is better than Luka. I think Trae Young is playing better than Luka. Best lineup I can remember not to win it. That 98 Jazz squad, that 83 Bucks squad. Who sounds like Skip Bayless when they talk about LeBron? Jason Tatum is better than Devin Booker. Devin Booker's on a better team right now. That's all this is. You guys are becoming prisoners of the moment. Jason Tatum is bigger. He scores in different areas. I think he could become a better defender. I think he's a better overall player. Me on Shaq, that's not my opinion, though. That's not my opinion, Rhodes. That's a fact. Shaq struggles in the pick and roll when he played. And he'll tell you that he struggled in the pick and roll. That's not me critiquing him and being critical of him. He will tell you he struggled in the pick and roll. In fact, he struggled on defense overall. So the way the pick and roll is being played today, he would have a really tough time on defense. I do think LeBron will end his career #1 scoring, and I think he'll end up in the top 5 all time in assists too. Tatum or Luka next for the face of the league. I personally think Zion's going to be the face of the league. As long as he can hold up and he gets a mid-range in his game, I think he's going to be the face of the league. And I think Tatum is going to be a top 5 player in the MVP talk at some point. Is Trey ceiling near Curry's? I think it could be better because he's a better passer. He don't shoot the long ball like Curry, but I think it could be better because he's a better passer. I love Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo is a Hall of Famer. He got the same numbers as Mo Cheeks. Exceptional floor leader. He developed the mid-range game. No, I don't, Rico. I don't have an Allen Iverson jersey. He's got an exceptional floor. He's an exceptional floor leader. He put a mid-range game in his game. He put a long ball in his game. I found out last season, which I was fighting, there is a such thing as playoff Rondo. Playoff Rondo is an actual thing. I thought that it was just a myth. It's an actual thing. No question about it. Best tough shot maker, that's a point guard or small forward. It's a bunch of small forwards who are tough shot makers. Carmelo Anthony's a tough shot maker. LeBron James is a tough shot maker. Kevin Durant is a tough shot maker. Larry Bird was a tough shot maker. Point guards. Isaiah Thomas was a tough shot maker. Chauncey Billups was a tough shot maker. Steph Curry. Tony Parker's a tough shot maker. Do I think it's smart for PG to be the 4 and Giannis to be the 5 to guard those pick and rolls? It doesn't. It's the problem isn't the 4 or the 5. The problem that we're having is the communication. When you get that action that far away from the basket, they're switching. And they're only switching. I mean, they're only getting that. There's no action going on 26, 27 feet away from the basket. They're only running that to get a switch. Now, that's an adjustment that needs to be made by the coach to stop switching. That's where communication comes in. Brook Lopez, if he's up there, he doesn't have to chase Chris Paul off that. And when they drop in coverage, what they need to do is communicate with each other. Bell, what's up, brother? Skeet, what's up? No, I don't think JJ Redick is a better shooter than Kyle Korver. Does Philly get a ring in the next 3 to 5 years? I think they do. I think they do. Just off the strength that they have their franchise player in Joel Embiid. Best clutch shot of each decade. I am happy for CP3. Yeah. They still got to win it, though. That's fine, Mike. Then make him make tough shots. You're not. Let's be clear about one thing at the pro level. You're not stopping anybody. What you're doing as a defender is making it tough on them. That's your job, to make him make tough shots, make him work for shots. The problem we having with that high pick and roll is that when we get the big on him, he's not making tough shots because the big is dropping. So he's wide open. He runs right past him. Flight react. I don't. What's up, Ebu? Absolutely, Beast. I think Monty Williams, he's shortened his rotation, then he elongated it again. I think Monty Williams is doing a great job at coaching right now. Where would I rank Russell Westbrook? Magic, Stockton, Isaiah, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Oscar Robertson. Actually, Oscar in front of Chris Paul. I got to think about that. I got to think about the last three. No, I don't think Chris Paul is better than Steve Nash. No, I don't. Yes, love. I think Shaq would struggle today in the small ball playing on the perimeter. No, Simba, Steph didn't die. He's just not a traditional point guard. He asked me to rate point guards. So Steph's still alive. Steph and Allen Iverson are in a different class. Top 20 point guards all time? Top 50 point guards? What are we talking about here with that dude? Jerry West played a one or the two? The best college player, in my opinion, of all times, Jabbar. Jabbar played 3 years at UCLA. They won a national championship every year he played there. He was National Player of the Year every year he played there. He was Final Four MVP every year he played there. And it's not close. No, Rico, I don't have anything against Steph Curry. Steph Curry, I already said this, and I'll say it again for the people in the cheap seats. When you walk into a cafeteria, you will see Steph Curry and Allen Iverson and James Harden too sitting at a different table. They're not sitting at the same table. They're not sitting at the Steph Curry and Allen Iverson. They ain't sitting at the same table with Isaiah Thomas and Magic and Stock. They ain't sitting at that table. They sitting at a completely different table. Their names are on a table on the other side of the cafeteria. Y'all different than these dudes. Y'all not the same. You think Jordan had a better NBA career though, even though Jabbar got 6 league MVPs like Michael Jordan? And he won 5 of them in probably the weakest era in the NBA. But make no mistake about it, he did win Finals MVP at age 38. He averaged 23 and 12. So the L train, was he a disappointment? I don't know if he was a disappointment, but I thought he would have been better because Lionel Simmons was great in college. I think Russell Westbrook makes his team better. The problem with Russell is that at some point they're going to implode, and it's going to be because of him. Is Anthony Davis a top 5 college player of all time? No, that doesn't. When you say all time, when you do something once, that doesn't make you great all time. You only did it one time. In order to be an all-time great, you have to have a level of sustainability. That means that you have to do it numerous times. Jokic. Who does he remind me of? That's a good one. Maybe Sabonis. Maybe a less athletic Sabonis. Sabonis couldn't. Well, yeah, Sabonis could shoot the long ball like him. I don't think Sabonis could pass like Joker though. Bradley Beal is not a top 10 player today, even though he led the league in scoring. Bradley Beal is not a top 10 player. The NBA in Vegas, I heard that's a realistic possibility. The L train, he was awesome, man. AD, the greatest one and done for sure, huh? No, Mike Brad isn't a top 10 player, even though he did lead the league in scoring. I'm sorry, he was second in the league in scoring. Luka, Leonard, James, KD. Where am I going here? Curry. I'm sorry. Curry, Dame, Anthony Davis. Irv. James Harden. I'm missing one guy. I'm missing a guy. And Giannis. That's 10 right there. He ain't better than none of those guys. None of them. Joker. He ain't better than him. Embiid. He's not better than him. That's 12 right there. I think him and D Book are the same. I think I give him the edge over D Book. Running good, brother. He ain't better than Tatum neither. That's 13 guys right there. I might have to give him the edge over Devin Booker. Even though Devin Booker for 4 years averaged 26 and 6. I said Irv already. He thought takeover. We ain't doing that, my man. We playing basketball in here. Well, actually, that's not true. Ether was better than takeover. Jordan and Jabbar had similar careers, but I give Jordan the edge career-wise because winning defensive player of the year in his 87, 88, but in terms of basketball, it's Kareem and it ain't close. That's fair. PG over Brad. You can make that argument. That's 14 right there. Jay-Z had the better career afterwards. What does that have to do with anything? He's talking about a song. We ain't talking about an overall career. Who had the best diss track? That was it. Instinct. There's no reason to listen to that nonsense about KD's rings don't count. None. There's no reason to listen to that because that's not valid. Donovan Mitchell is better than Bradley too. You can make that argument. So that's 15 right there. So the question that you need to ask is Bradley Beal, this is the second leading scorer in the NBA. Is he a top 20 player? I do think Chris Webber is Hall of Fame worthy. He would have been in earlier, but that stuff at Michigan kind of screwed him up. That stuff screwed him up. Know about what, Rico? Zach LaVine is not better than Bradley Beal. Let's relax on that. Hang on. Zach LaVine might be a better athlete than Brad, but I ain't going as far as to say he's a better player than Bradley Beal. No. I ain't going that far. Easy. The game hasn't started yet. No, sir. I think Jaylen Brown is a better player than Zach LaVine because he plays on the defensive side of the ball. Zach LaVine is a better athlete than Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown plays on the defensive side of the ball, and I think he's going to be an all-league defender at some point. I do think Mitchell is better than Bradley. I do. Yeah, sure, Beach. In spite of his top 5 at his position. David Robinson. Over. Let me see what you got, Bell. Greek Freak or David Robinson? David Robinson over the Greek Freak. He had a better mid-range game. He had a better post game. And he can make free throws. Jake Day, you asking me what my favorite nickname is? The Diesel. I love that. That's my favorite of all of them. Air Jordan, Mount Round and rebound, Magic. I think David Robinson was a better player than Moses Malone too. Nick, are you downplaying the importance of making free throws? You understand that if you can't make free throws, you're a liability on offense, which means that it's a possibility that we can't have you in the game in the meat and potatoes of the game. You realize how important that is? That's huge. In fact, not only is it big, it's about everything that we're trying to do offensively. We got to scrap that plan because you're such a big deal offensively for what we're doing. But if we can't have you on the floor in the meat and potatoes of the game because you can't make free throws, now we got to come up with a different plan offensively. That's a big deal. What's up, Juan? How you doing, brother? Moses Malone was absolutely that guy. Hakeem is a debate because he's not the best center all time. Is he a top 5 center all time? Absolutely. I think the issue that I have with you guys, when you talk about all-time greats and you talk about top 10s, what are we basing this on? Is it the top 10 best players? Is it the top 10 most talented? Is it the top 10 most decorated? What are we talking about when we talk about that? What's up, Ben? How do I rank Cat, Adebayo, and Gobert? I think that the reason why Rudy isn't on the all-league, all-NBA, the reason why I think that Cat isn't on the all-NBA team is because Minnesota is trash. That's the only reason why. I mean, Cat averages, what is he, 22 and 12? And unfortunately, his game isn't translating up in Minnesota. If they were better, he would be on the all-NBA team. Who was a one-season wonder? All right, Caesar. It's good to see you, brother. Hope to have you back, man. Take care of yourself. Mental health is very important, my man. It's very important. Take care of yourself. I think the future is bright in Atlanta with Cam Reddish and RJ Hunter. I don't know if that series ends the way it did if Reddish and Hunter were healthy. And Nate McMillan has, in the words of my man Marlo from The Wire, he has one of them good problems. Because when those guys get healthy, he's going to have to find minutes. And that team is very much like Denver in the aspect that how much talent they have, they're going to get rated. Because how much, not just how much talent they had, how much young talent they have. They're going to get rated. Who's more underrated, Sidney Moncrief or Bernard King? Sidney Moncrief, I think. Bernard King was just buckets. That's all he was. But he was buckets, though. Let's make sure we clear on that. He was absolutely buckets. I love Bernard King. Why do I have LeBron as my GOAT? Because I think that no athlete in the history of professional basketball has had to deal with the pressure that he had to deal with coming into the game, and he actually lived up to it. And still having to deal with it today and still living up to it, both on and off the court. LeBron James is the most complete basketball player that I've ever seen in my life. What's up, Adrian? Do I think Kobe should have more MVPs? You can make a case. You can definitely make a case for him. In that 2000, in that 02-03 season, you can make a case for him. You can make a case for him in that 05-06 season where he went almost 36 a game and was first team all defense, and he took that Lakers team to the playoffs. The best athlete in the league right now, Giannis. Kobe is right outside of my top 10. He's 11. Literally right outside of my top 10. He's 11. Kick, what's up, brother? Shook, this is what I do for work. Talk basketball. This is my thing. This is what I'm betting on. I'm following my passion. $45 Black, let me let you know something. You just asked me if the Bulls met the Rockets in the 90s, how do you think the series would go? Well, let me just say this. Michael Jordan said at the end of a Rockets game when the Rockets had beaten them, this would be the fourth time that they'd beaten them in 5 tries. And Michael Jordan said, quote, "It's a good thing they can't ever get out of the West." And the reporter asked him, why is that? He said, because we have no answer for that monster that they got. I don't know that we could beat them. Well, the great thing about studying film, Quirts, is it's very much like watching a game live, only except when you see plays, you can stop the tape, or you can when you're watching it, you can stop it and rewind it and break it down and go over what you saw. This is where I think this guy should be. This is where he should be. This is what he should be doing. This is what he shouldn't be doing. That's the great thing about being able to break down film when you're watching it on tape. It's the same thing as watching it live. When you see something, and the way that you're able to break down film is by watching games live and then paying attention to the things that you see. Wait a minute, go back. Do I think Bron got the best basketball IQ because of the way he sees other teams play? The way he sounds like you already got that. Sounds like you got that figured out. You think he does. Bomas, what's up, brother? Yes, he is, Beast. If I had to build a team around one player, Olajuwon. Which dude? Does a healthy Rose stop the Heat Big Three from winning it? No, he was healthy. I don't know if you remember that. That was in the 2011 season when he won the league MVP. Do you remember when they beat the Heat in that game, won by 20, and then proceeded to get mopped out the playoffs in 5 games? So no, because I don't know if you remember this, but that Heat team just got better. They came back better in 12. They came back better in 13. You think Derrick Rose would have been better? And you think the Chicago Bulls would have been better than them had he not gotten hurt? Because I don't. Pensioner. No, I'm not, sir. What's up, Philip? That Nigerian team ain't bad, man. They got 3 players that played in the NBA. And I'm pretty sure that they've been playing together for a while. I've been to Atlanta a couple of times. I enjoy it. Atlanta's dope. Do I think Giannis can finish in the top 5? He's got work to do. Yes, he does. He's got a lot of work to do. Can Luka end his career as a GOAT? He's got to change the way he's playing. I tell you that. That's number 1. Number 2, he's got to play on the defensive side of the ball. In order to be the GOAT, let me ask you this, young buck. What would you classify? What do you have to do to be the GOAT? What do I have to do in order to be the GOAT? Not even, let me rephrase that. I'm not going to say to be the GOAT. What do I need to do to get in the GOAT conversation? Top 5 active coaches. I think Monty Williams, Pop, Spo. Monty Williams, Pop, Spo. Thibodeau. And Steve Kerr. I do think Clyde Drexler's game, I think he'd be really good today. I do think that. No, I don't think LeBron James' 2007 finals run is overrated. They weren't picked to go to the NBA finals. In fact, it's underrated. They were not picked to go to the NBA finals that year. They were not. Detroit was going to be back. Quinn Snyder's up there too, Snort. Absolutely. But you got to take under consideration too. Snort. They lost last year in the first round, and they lost this year in the West semis. So what is this notion about he didn't play any kind of competition in order to get there? They had to go through Washington. Not only did they have to go through Washington, who did they beat that year? They beat Washington, they beat New Jersey, and they beat Detroit. Ben Wallace was gone, but they still had that core. That's first of all. But before I even get to that, they weren't picked to win the Eastern Conference. That's number two. Number three, what does that mean they didn't play any kind of competition? Were they playing against schools or anything like that? They were playing in the NBA, and they had to go through the best teams. I think he has more than 4. I will tell you that. Flight reacts disciple after Jordan and Joe Dumars. Those were my guys when I was a kid. Yes, Grits, I did study Jordan. I studied a lot of Jordan film and a lot of Joe Dumars film. A lot of that. What's my response to what? Gilbert didn't play the entire series, and Jason and Vince were already washed. No, they weren't. Okay, Jason Kidd was not washed. I don't know if you know this, but Jason Kidd played 7 more years after that. Vince Carter played 13 more years after that. And that's not my fault. I really would like for you guys to relax on minimizing when people get hurt. That's not my fault when you get hurt. Just like it's not your fault if I can't hold up. And you're not going to hold that against me. Just like I won't hold it against you. If you can't hold up, that's not my problem. That's a you problem. What's up, Dave? How you been, brother? I'm good. Fremont. Jordan was my guy when I was a kid. I was a huge Jordan guy. Jordan and Joe Dumars. Who said anything about comparing the West to the East? We were talking about getting to the playoffs. We were talking about the 2007, Mr. Gill, we were talking about the 2007 Cleveland Cavaliers getting to the NBA Finals and who they had to go through, not being picked to go to the finals. Absolutely. LeBron didn't have an easier path. He wasn't. And can we, the fact that he played against who he played against, he was in the Eastern Conference. Why are you holding that against him? So if he played in the West, it would be something else for you, Gil. If he played in the West, just like last year when he played in the West and they got to the NBA Finals, oh, he was in the bubble. Then, and if he wasn't in the bubble, oh, it would have been this. Oh, it would have been that. Which one is it, my man? Because I don't know if you remember this. The same thing you guys talk about guys getting hurt. James gets to the Lakers, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but on Christmas Day against the Warriors, when he got hurt, there were only 2 games out of the number 1 seed before he got hurt. It's the same team that finished 10th last year in the Western Conference. Same team. He brings them to 2 games to being in first place in the West before he gets hurt against Golden State on Christmas Day. But random, let me ask you this. Who else did Jersey have on that squad? They had Jason Kidd. They had Vince Carter. They had, in 2007, Brooke Lopez was on that squad. Richie Jefferson was on that squad. They weren't bad. Giannis, because Giannis can hold up. If AD could hold up, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But Giannis holds up. Chauncey Billups or Tony Parker. Game time. Chauncey Billups or Tony Parker. Tony Parker's been steady, man. I don't know if Chauncey Billups in that system in San Antonio produces like Tony Parker does. Tony Parker led the NBA in paints in the point, I think 4 straight years or something like that, at the point guard. When did Brooke get there? In 2007? Hang on for a second. I gotta plug me in, my man. I gotta get some juice and plug myself in. When did Brooke get there? Did Brooke get there in 07? I think he got there either in 07 or 08. 07 or 08. Right, Harmon. That's why it's such a big deal that they got to the finals, because they weren't even picked to get there. So he got drafted in 08. Okay. So the next 2 years. Not 07, 08, 08, 09. I don't know why I thought Brooke was Lopez was there earlier. Well, it's been proven that AD is injury prone. Well, they got James Harden and KD under contract for 2 more seasons. So my thoughts on Chris Jackson. You mean Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf? Is that who you're talking about? First player in college basketball history to make first team All-American as a freshman? Is that the dude you're talking about? What's up, Jaden? Thanks, brother. No, Justin, I don't agree that Steph Curry is the second best point guard of all time. Let's make sure we clear on that, Beast. Abdul-Rauf was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. No problem, Vex. You can feel like that. I think Draymond is a better all-around player than Dennis. I think Dennis was a better overall defender than Draymond. He was a better rebounder than Draymond. Mitch Richmond and Mark Aguirre. Mitch Richmond. Isley Brothers or the Temps? That's not an easy one. I'd have to go with the Temps. Actually, I'm going to take that back. The Isley Brothers stayed together longer than the Temps did. I do think that Cypress, that if Shaq and Kobe stayed together, they would have won more titles, and we wouldn't be talking about Tim Duncan the way we talking about him. So, Shaq and Kobe were together 8 years. They were in the NBA Finals 4 times, winning it 3. The way my math works, that's 8 trips in 10 years. So it was in the NBA Finals 4 times in 5 years, winning it 3. The way my math works, that's 8 trips in 10 years, winning it 6. Lonzo Ball or Magic Johnson. Peyton to Kemp or Penny to Shaq? Well, just so you know, Penny Hardaway was he was 2-time first team All NBA. I think Peyton was better on the defensive. I think GP was better on the defensive end. But Penny and Shaq were Shaq and Kobe before Shaq and Kobe. That's what they were on their way to being. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure that Gary Payton and Shawn Kemp would have been that. Don't forget those guys as a number 1 seed. I think they were bounced twice. I know they lost in '94 as the number 1 seed. I think the Lakers beat them again in '98. So, and that was the year after Shawn Kemp left. Why is he sitting on the bench so early in the first quarter? Good defense. Nice. Good D. Good shot, Chris. What are my thoughts on Cuttino Mobley? Nice job, Drew. Good shot, DeAndre. If they can get that going, where he's hitting that elbow jump shot, boy, Milwaukee is in trouble. They're in a load of trouble. What are my thoughts on Cuttino Mobley? Cuttino Mobley and Steve Francis were great as a backcourt. They were absolutely fantastic. Nice shot, middle. Fantastic. Who's my favorite player currently? Jason Tatum. I love him. Oh, yeah, big fella. Throw it on him. Nice job. Good shot. Got to knock down open shots. It was pretty bad, Gil. And there was a joke going on in the street that John Stocks tried to shoot himself in the head and he missed. It was pretty bad. Good shot, CP. You think that Jay Crossover is the best 6-man? He might be the most talented. The best 6-man, in my opinion, is Manu Ginobili because he was best. He was the best for what San Antonio was doing. Much more valuable in a championship team, skill of teamwork. Well, you can have all the skill you want. You can have all the skill you want, but if we can't work together as a unit, none of that matters. No, Kwame Brown wasn't that bad. He had a 30 and almost 20 game. He was not that bad. No, he wasn't. He was just in a bad situation. Not to mention, he played 13 years. So he couldn't have been that bad. It wasn't like he played 2 or 3 like Anthony Bennett did or guys like that. He played 13 years. DeAndre Jordan, in my opinion. And I love Hassan Whiteside. I was at a game last year when they played, when he was with the Trailblazers and they came down to Miami. And I watched him. He had almost a 20-20 game, but it wasn't really that impressive. And I know that sounds ridiculous that a guy has almost a 20-20 game and it wasn't that impressive, but that's what I saw. He's not very mobile on defense. A lot of rebounds that he got just came to him. No, I don't think that Harden is a better scorer than Jordan all time. No, I don't. I think James Harden had a run where he was dynamic, but Jordan did it for a lot of years. Enes Kanter all time. I don't think he's a top 100 player. If so, what did you look in the film study? I'm wondering. I'm sorry. OG, if so, what did you look in the film study? I want to study Jordan, and I need some of your help. The one thing that I studied when I watched Jordan as a kid was I watched his footwork. How was he able to get by people? That was the most important thing. Because when I was younger, I felt like I was a similar athlete. Like I could run that fast and I had some hops. So none of that mattered if the footwork wasn't together. Why is Devin Booker a basketball player? Where do I rank Lonzo Ball all time? You mean in year 4? Is that what you're asking me? That's tough. In year 4, he's an all-time great in year 4. Is Baron Davis a top 5 point guard of all time? And Jason Williams? No, Jason Williams and Baron Davis are not top 5 point guards. James Harden did used to shoot the mid-range at Oklahoma, and then he expanded his game. I think Kawhi Leonard, you can put any season that you'd like up. Whatever season you'd like. It doesn't make it makes no never mind to me. Larry Bird is a better player than Kawhi Leonard. I don't think so. Champs, no, I wasn't as good. I wasn't good enough. What are my thoughts on Kemba Walker? Hang on for a second. Let me go back so I can get this. To answer your question, Gil, some of the problems in the legal system is people don't know the law. So because they don't know the law, they're scared into taking deals. They're forced into doing things that they don't want to do, and they don't know that they don't have to do these things. So education is the most important thing when it comes to the law. When you know what your options are and you understand what the law is, then you have a leg up. Nice job, Giannis. Mark, my thoughts on Kyrie is hot and cold in terms of a personality. And when you're hot and cold, that means you're unstable. But as a talent, Kyrie Irving is top 10 in the NBA. Nice job, big man. I love DeAndre Ayton. He gets them small dudes underneath the bucket. I think he's a top 10 talent, but I think as a personality, he's hot and cold. No, Gasol is not a top 5 center all time. I don't think so. You like that one, huh, big fella? All right. See, this is important where Drew Holiday is picking up CP3, slowing that transition game down, picking him up 94 feet. Good defense. Rebound. Got a rebound. That's a good defensive possession right there, but you got to come up with the ball. Blaine, I have 88 Bird. I feel like their offense is their downfall too. Good defense. Good. We don't have to switch that. Good. Oh. Nice job, y'all. Nice job, big man. See what happens with Giannis when he gets in transition. He does exactly what Anthony Davis does, where he got a small guy on him like Cameron, and he just goes and parks himself right underneath the bucket and just throw him the ball. Yes, they are, Sean. Most NBA players are blessed with natural talent. They are. And the stuff that they have, it gets enhanced at the pro level. I didn't see the McGregor fight. No, I didn't. But what I will tell you, that was a fluke last night, him turning his ankle and breaking his leg. That was a fluke last night. However, he has lost 3 of his last 4 fights. So we might have a little bit of somebody being overrated. Like, kind of talks a lot. In my late 40s. I did watch that, Gil. That documentary, When They See Us. I saw it. It was good. It was great. Rebound. Good shot, yo. That's good action right there. That's really good action. Rebound. Good shot, Book. Good defense. Hey, Jing, if Ayton is hitting that mid range, that's not that's exactly what it is. It's dangerous. That's exactly what it is. That is dangerous for them. Any advice on basketball confidence? Any of the best advice I can give you, Vex, is to play, man. Work on your game and then trust what you've worked on. Trust what you've worked on and bring it to the court. And the stuff that doesn't work, go work on that some more. But you got to trust the work that you're putting in. Swing. I don't like Bobby Porter shooting that. Nope. You know why? Because Giannis the only one down there rebounding. Nobody else. We can get something better than that in transition. Good D. Good D. Good defense. Good. Good defense. Rebound. Nice shot, yo. Nice shot. I don't know if hard work beats talent. Hard work enhances talent, though. Nice job, Portis. Nice job. He is Jenkins. He is the X factor in this series, and he needs to be playing more. Absolutely, he does. Rebound. Good shot, Jay. What's the problem? So now Giannis has to come out of the game because he's bleeding. Oh, no, he doesn't. We need a timeout. Okay. Who played the best defense on MJ? I think he said that it was Joe Dumars. Nice job, Portis. That's big time playmaking by Giannis as well. Big time playmaking. We do not need to switch that. No, we don't. Good. Help him. Help him. That help is too late. Rebound. That help is too late. OG, how was your college basketball experience? Well, my first 2 years playing in junior college were really good. When I went to Utah State, I didn't have the career that I wanted to have. I was playing in a system for a coach who didn't believe in me, and I wasn't able to showcase what I could do on a consistent basis, and it made me look like a lesser than player. In some instances, Hibachi, I am a betting man. 28-25, Tom. 28-25, Thomas. Phoenix up. And I'm not really liking the pace of this, to be honest with you. Antonio Davis. Anthony Davis, you mean? I will, Gil. I plan on, and I did that in one of my TikToks where I broke down some film, and I plan on doing that more. If Bobo gets a legit shot, I do think he can pan out. He likes to play on the perimeter a little bit much for me, and he doesn't take advantage of smaller players by taking them to the basket or taking them closer to the basket. But I do think he's really talented. All time wise, who's better, Giannis or Dwight Howard? Giannis. As of right now, they're in the same boat. Except Giannis got 2 league MVPs and a defensive player of the year. Dwight Howard got what, 4 of them? No, sir, I didn't see the Italy-England game today. No, Marcus Smart is not Marcus Smart. Marcus Camby is not a top 5 center all time. He is not. I have not, bro. Listen to iCarly freestyle. Is he nice? I'm actually working on that, Thomas, to get a podcast. I'm working with a guy. It's called Fluent and Chill. We working on something. I'm working on it, and I'm also working with my boy OG the Beast. We've been collaborating also, so I'm working on it. I think the Bucks make it a series tonight, David. How do we donate to me? So, guys, and the question that was asked was, how do you donate to me? It's wait a minute. Hang on for a second. Let me find that for you. Yep. Or is it PayPal. Let me find that for you. Pretty sure it's in here. Give me a second, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm right with you. Let's see here. Yeah, PayPal. Right, it's PayPal. It's PayPal.me/ Chilltown Hoops. That's me right there, guys. It's PayPal.me/Chilltown Hoops. That's me. I think Nash is better than Russ all time. Long. I don't mind this. I don't mind this pace for Milwaukee. I don't know if I like 28 points in the first quarter because we're looking at another close to 120 for the game. So I'd like that to slow down. Pin the PayPal address. What do you mean 45 Black favorite basketball film? What's up, Jazz D? You running good, brother? Lonzo Mourning was a better defensive player than Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh was a better offensive player than Lonzo Mourning. Chris Bosh, I'm sorry. I think Dwight Howard was probably a better. He was a more athletic version of Alonzo Mourning. I'm good, brother. I'm good, Jazz D. Jovic, it's good to see you, my man. Thanks for coming through. It's good to see you. Peja Stojakovic. That's a good one. Tough. You think McGregor is over? Vex, you're asking me if I'm Christian. What exactly is Christian? Christian. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf over Nick the Quick. I don't mind the 28 points early, but that's where the adjustments come in, Salim. That's where the adjustments come in. We got to slow this production down. That's where the adjustments come in. Like, we can't give up 28 and then the next quarter be up 35 and nah. We have to slow this down. Absolutely. That's where the adjustments come in. What are my opinions on Kemba Walker? I don't know, man. I think he's slowing. I hope he's not washed. I think he's 30, 31 years old. So I think he's 31 years old. So I don't know if he's washed, but he's making a lot of money and he's got health problems with his knees. So that's a difficult mix. So that's what a Christian is. Okay, I can appreciate that. Yeah, Jazz D. Sure. I got you. I got you, random. I do believe in a higher power. I don't do the Christianity thing. I don't do any of those things. And I don't really deal in religion a lot. I do believe in a higher power. I am not one of these vain people that just believes that, I'm here by myself and everything just that I'm doing is because of me. No, I'm not like that. Absolutely not. I'm not one of those people. I do believe that there is a higher power. I don't get involved in religion because I think a lot of that is a lot of propaganda. So I don't involve myself in that too much. Pin the PayPal. Gotcha. How do I do that? How do I pin the PayPal? I write it. I put it in here. Pin the PayPal. PayPal.me. I see what you're talking about, Slim. I think I got you. Hang on. Pin it. I think I just did that. Yep, I think I just pinned it. Okay. All right, so. Nice job, y'all. Whenever you get a guy like Cameron Payne on you with no help, you got to take him. Absolutely. You have to take him. It's pinned. I think I did it. Yeah, sure can. No, that's not it. Hold on. Let me get you back. Hold on, Michael Red. Hold on, Mike. Let me go back to see what you just said. It's playing out like you said. If you don't switch, CP3 is going to pull in the short span and make that MIDI. We can't switch, though. Hold on. Nope. I don't like Drew Holiday shooting that long ball. Hang on for a second so I can see this. Chris Paul switching. That's where we got to talk. Right there. And I would absolutely love to break that film now because if Giannis is holding him up right here when Craig comes to screen, Giannis holds him up. That's where Portis has to drop and get there defensively. We'll live with Craig shooting that long ball. We'll live with that. That's where Portis drops and gives Giannis enough time to get back. And then if Craig pulls that, if CP3 goes to Craig and he pulls that, we'll live with that. But we can't live with what's going on right there. Good. Oh. That's what I'm at. Thanks, Tom. Because I'm not gonna, because my man, I'm not gonna do the religion thing. I'm here to talk basketball. I mean that religion thing is for another time. I'm not doing that in here. I don't mind talking about different things, but why are you switching? You don't have to switch. I don't like this switching. Nope. Good shot. Oh, gee, once you lost how much? Hold on for a second. Story about 16-year-old LeBron cooking MJ and other players in a private workout. 16-year-old? I've never heard that before. A 16-year-old Ron Artest? Hmm. No, I haven't, Fuego. A 16-year-old Ron Artest. The all-time scoring record is the most difficult record to break, in my opinion. There was a 16-year-old OJ Mayo who was talking trash to MJ. And what happened was MJ told him, "You the best high school player in the country. I'm the best player in the world." I do remember that. I do think the Bad Boy Pistons get enough credit. They had a documentary about them. These guys weren't a joke. 11. That's where he at, Nick Lane. Kobe is 11. He's not 11 through 15. He's 11, right outside of the top 10 for me. No, I don't think Bill Russell is overrated. Once you lost 10,000 on the Wizards next game, where the Wizards scored 6 points in 5 seconds. I'm sorry to hear that, Gil. Sounds like it broke your heart. He actually didn't play 4 years, Jeff Green. He only played 3 years because at that time, freshmen weren't allowed to play on the varsity. And also remember too, Jeff, they didn't count blocks his first 4 years in the NBA. They didn't count blocks. What am I promoting on TikTok, Skip? Promote YouTube? I mean, I talk about it on YouTube. Can I go over my top 10? James, Jordan, Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Magic, Bird, Duncan, Lajuan, Diesel. Running good, Crip. How you doing, brother? It was 18s back then, Rico, which means that the competition, I had to see them more, which means it was tougher. As opposed to when there's 30 teams and there's more watered down. It's more watered down, which means I don't have to see the better competition nearly enough. What are my thoughts on the 3-1 comeback? It's the greatest comeback in sports history. Never been done in NBA finals. Never been done in NBA finals history. It's the greatest comeback in sports history. Running good, Jake. Does Chamberlain have a GOAT case? Absolutely, he does. They changed the rules for Chamberlain. No problem, just deep. I'm sure it was, Gil. I'm sure it was. So nice pass. Nice job, big man. See that pickup point with Drew Holiday, he's slowing down their transition game. We can switch that. Get that, we can switch. Do I think Curry choked in 2016 finals? Well, game 7, him and Clay, they go 20 for 30, 20 for 30, 12 for 35, 12 for 36 from the floor. So, good shot, Chris. Yeah, that was a travel. That was a walk, David. Yeah, that's a travel. Good defense. Nice. Good. Rebound. See, that's a tough shot. We'll live with that. That's a tough shot on Chris Paul, from Chris Paul and Drew Holiday. He's all over him. That's a tough shot. People who say that LeBron is not clutch just deep, I don't listen to them. It goes in one ear and out the other. It does contribute to playmaking. Yes, it does contribute to playmaking. That's a fact. That's a foul. My favorite 49 of all times, Jerry Rice. No question about it. So I'm doing okay, Nate. How you doing, brother? Doing all right? Hey, I hope I got to your questions, man. I hope I was able to get to a lot of your stuff and talk to you guys. So yeah, I'm not that much of a gambler, Harmon. That's not my thing. Nice job, Giannis. There's a broken play. We'll take it. Well, he had to be able to score, Lennon. He couldn't just. He wasn't just a black hole where he got the ball in the box, where he got the ball in the box and did nothing. He was definitely making plays for other people. And you got guys cutting to the basket. When he was getting double teamed, he was definitely making plays for other people. So Shaq was absolutely a playmaker. Sure. I think his MVP season, he averaged almost 4 assists. No, I don't think Rudy Gay is underrated. Absolutely. Who made it the toughest for LeBron to put stats on the board? So you mean who guarded him the toughest? He had a tough time with a lot of guys. He had a tough time with a lot of guys, but he still was able to do his thing. Who's the most overrated player? 12 to 15, Jerry West, Oscar, Moses Malone. That's a tough one. I got to think about that. I was going to say Karl Malone, but I can't put him ahead of Steph Curry, considering. I mean, Steph was a different kind of he was a different kind of animal. We talking about a dude who's a 2-time league MVP. Malone was a 2-time league MVP too. So in the second all-time leading scorer, I think Malone is a top 15 player all time. I do think that. I definitely do think that, yo. So I think my thoughts on Coach Shannon for the Niners, that's why our offense is as dynamic as it is. If we could stay healthy, health is the biggest issue. Because I think Jimmy G is solid enough offensively that we can move the ball. If we could stay healthy, I think we're back in the bowl game next year. I do think that. Kevin Durant is not a top 15 player all time. So it's just my opinion. I don't think KD is a top 15 player all time. So. Dr. J is in the top 20. I don't know. I'm random. What did I miss you that you said? Hold on. Is that ring overrated? Is what ring overrated, random? KD has to be top 15 all time? Why? Because of HIV magic, James Worthy was out of his prime. Okay, well, we'll start with the HIV magic. So the ring was not overrated. Number one, we didn't know that Magic was HIV until November. We didn't know that. Number two, Magic was first team All NBA that year. He won the league MVP in 1990, and he finished second in league MVP votes in 91. So that's first of all. That's second of all. Number three, James Worthy was in year 9. He wasn't washed. James Worthy was not washed. And one, now you can make the argument that when people talk about, in my opinion, I don't listen to the rhetoric of rings don't count because guys got hurt. I don't listen to that, because if that's the case, then that means we got to take Jordan's ring off the board because James Worthy and Byron Scott didn't play in Game 5. But I'm not going to do that. That's not my fault that you couldn't hold up. I'm not going to do that. So no, his ring isn't overrated. To answer your question, KD is somewhere between 20 and 35, maybe. And James Worthy was too. Yes, he was. I follow baseball. Yeah, I'm a Mets fan. Get back. Now we talking. That's a good shot, Book, but that's the communication we need on defense between PJ Tucker and Holiday. Turnover. Nice job, Giannis. Nice job. I think DeGrom is the best. I think he's the best right hand. I think he's the best pitcher in the game. I do. Good shot, Book. I do think that. So that's where you at with it, Gil. I can't fight you. Thanks, Ashton. I appreciate you, brother. I try to keep it clean. Health is what separates Giannis and AD. Buzzy, you asked what separates Giannis and AD. Health is what separates them too. Just like health is what separated Karl Malone and Barkley. Malone did it longer. They basically had the same numbers. Malone was 26 and 12, or 27 and almost 28 and 11. Barkley was 25 and 12, and Malone just did it longer. Thanks, LaDainian. I appreciate you too, brother. Absolutely. And so does Giannis. He has a jump shot as well, Kenneth. Yes, he does. Because he ain't got a money mid-range like you want him to have, that doesn't mean he doesn't have a mid-range jump shot, because he does. Houston's got a lot more trouble if they acquire Jimmy Butler. They got a lot more holes to fill. Jimmy Butler isn't the difference on that team. I don't know if you remember this, but they finished. Let me make sure I've read your comment right. If Houston acquires Jimmy Butler, they will make it out of the first round, true or false? I mean, they will make it out of the West. I don't know if you noticed, Original Hydro, but Houston had they had the worst record in the Western Conference. I don't think Jimmy Butler is putting them in the NBA Finals. No problem, Beast. No, Slump, they haven't. Thanks, Beast. I appreciate it, brother. Nice job, Giannis. Nice job. I think Jordan Clarkson is one of the most dynamic bench players in the game. I think that he can make a career for himself, and he could play 12 to 15 seasons just doing that. Yeah, Ayton can't sit over there too much longer. He's got to get him back on the floor. Has to. Josh, you asking me about the top 5 scorers of all time. Jordan, KD, LeBron James, Kobe. That 5th one is tough. That 5th one is tough. That 5th one is tough. I might have to go with Jabbar, Prime. You might be right on that one. I might have to go with Jabbar. Well, I didn't understand that myself, Gil. Barkley losing to Magic when he got more first place votes than Magic that season. I didn't understand that. The thing that's so dynamic about Jabbar is Jabbar made it clear. I got one move. Stop this and you stop me. Played 20 years. Played 20 years. Barkley didn't have a work ethic of Malone. Barkley did a lot of his stuff naturally. The reason why Malone was better because Malone was able to sustain it. And the reason why he was able to sustain it is because he took care of himself better. That's why. Good defense. Good defense. Good defense. Rebound. Nice. Nice job. Nice job. Is what really? I'm sorry, I missed that. What about the Bulls Jazz finals? Because Stockton and Malone were 34 and 35. Were they washed? No, they wasn't washed. Malone won the league MVP in '98. And he finished second to Jordan in '97. Is the skyhook that special? Absolutely, Random. Absolutely. He only had one move. What's the most important attribute for a point guard? Being smart. You're the floor leader. You got to take care. You got to take care of the ball, and you got to take care of your troops. You have to. So, nice shot. Nice job, Cameron. Yeah, a lot of people got caught. That's how it is, Jeff. A lot of people got caught in the Jordan era. Just like Tim Duncan was about to get caught in the Shaq and Kobe era, but Shaq and Kobe couldn't hold it together because if they could have, he would have gotten caught in that era. As a Mets fan, foreigner, I dig Manny Machado. They both redefined the power forward position. That's a fact. I think Carmelo Anthony is a top 10 scorer. That's a good shot. Good shot. Yes, sir. My thoughts on Carlos Boozer, Ashton, is he was a really good power forward. I can't believe the Cavs let him walk out the front door to Utah for nothing. For absolutely nothing. I was surprised by that. He was a really good power forward. And he helped Utah tremendously. When he got with Darren Williams, his game took off. Nice job. Nice job. Give it up. Nice job, yo. Nice job in transition. I like that. Nice job. So, absolutely. Nice. My thoughts on Jrue Holiday is he's playing better. He's playing more of his game tonight. I'm not a big UFC guy, though, James. What was Derek's prime? What was Rose's prime? 45 Black. I mean, because the year he won the league MVP, those 4 years up into the year he won the league MVP was 21-6. 21-6. Then he got hurt. I think that Nathan. I think that the Bucks have a chance to make this a series. That wouldn't surprise me one bit, Go James. It wouldn't. But I don't think they're going to let him leave. I don't. Good defense. Good defense. Rebound. Good. Well, Kenneth, when you got an energy guy like Portis, you can't yank him in and out of the lineup. He has to play, and he's got to get consistent minutes. Otherwise, that energy is not going to work. That's how his game is productive, off of energy. And if he can't, if you're going to yank him in and out of the lineup 2 minutes, 5 minutes, he needs to be on the floor. He has to be on the floor. Absolutely. Ayton ceiling, I think Ayton could be an all-NBA player. That's Ayton ceiling. I think he can be all NBA. And I think he could be in the MVP discussion. That's Ayton ceiling. I don't think any of these players resemble Wilt. Shaq is the closest thing to Wilt that the NBA has seen. Now you got to remember too, with Middleton, people get wrapped up in him not being that good, or people get wrapped up in him and his inconsistencies because he is inconsistent. However, he's one of those guys, like when he gets going because he's a rhythm player. Absolutely he is. Go James, I am excited for the NFL season. I'm very interested to see what my 49ers do this year. Very interested. So, absolutely. What players cry too much? Luka. I'm sick of Luka with the referees. Every 5 minutes, Luka. But I can't blame, as sick of him as I am, I can't blame him because we live in a freedom of movement era. Because we live in a freedom of movement era, you can't put your hands on guys. That's why when guys have people putting their hands on them, they end up complaining. Like, what are you doing? So nice job, y'all. Nice job. No question about it. So, all right, guys. It was great to talk to you. It was good to see you. I'm going to get on again. I'll hit you in advance. I'll schedule another one probably tomorrow. And if I don't go tomorrow, I think game 4 is Tuesday. I think game 4 is Tuesday night. If I don't get on tomorrow, I'm definitely getting on Tuesday night. Absolutely. So, guys, it was great talking to you. It's good to see you, and I'll see you soon. Wednesday night it is. But I'll get on before Wednesday. I'm sure I will. And I'll let you guys know.